So, good day everyone. My name is Edmark Bayato. Together with my group mates, Hazel Grace Arban, Jean Babes Daruca, and Chanime Flores, we will discuss about Polya's 4 steps in problem solving. So first, our objectives. At the end of the discussion, students can understand Polya's 4 steps in problem solving and demonstrate the use of Polya's 4 steps in solving a problems. So, who is Polya? George Polya was a Hungarian mathematician. He was a professor of mathematics from 1914 to 1940 at ETH Zurich and from 1940 to 1953 at Stanford University. He made fundamental contributions to combinatorics, number theory, numerical analysis, and probability theory. Polya's 4 steps in problem solving. Number 1. Understand. So, sa number 1, kailangan mo munang intindihan yung problem. Sabi nga dito is, what do I know about the problem? What is it asking me to do? Before ka mag-proceed sa step 2 niya, which is plan. So, sabi niya dito, what strategy you should use to solve the problem. Number 3, do. What step you should take to find the answer. Number 4 is look back. So dito is kumbaga parang checking na lang siya para masatisfied mo yung sarili mo sa answer mo, or kung may iniisip pa pang ibang way kung paano ka mag-answer ng kung paano pa isolve yung problem. So my group mates will discuss these 4 steps on how to solve this on how to solve problem solving.
So good morning once again. Mr. Edmark Bayato already discussed the objectives of this video presentation, and he also discussed who is Polya and Polya's 4 steps in problem solving. So let's now try the 4 steps in problem solving of George Polya. So the first problem is, Mr. Ray is 5 times as old as his son. In 15 years, Mr. Ray's age will be 3 times his son's age at that time. How old is Mr. Ray and how old is his son currently? So the first step in solving a problem according to George Polya is the step 1, understand the problem. So we are going to list down all the problems that we are going to find a solution. So the first one is, Mr. Ray is currently 5 times as old as his son. Second, in 15 years, Mr. Ray's age will be 3 times his son's age at that time. And lastly, we need to find the current ages of Mr. Ray and his son. Then the next is the step 2 in Polya's 4 steps in problem solving, the devise a plan. So we have 2 pieces of equation. The first equation is, Mr. Ray is 5 times as old as his son. So we let that our R is equal to 5s, and our R stands for Mr. Ray, wherein Mr. Ray is 5 times as old as his son, and the letter S is of course stands for his son. Then the next equation is, in 15 years, Mr. Ray's age will be 3 times his son's age at that time. So our equation is R plus 15, since since in 15 years daw, that is why R plus 15, and 3 times his son's age at that time, so is equal to 3 quantity S plus 15. The next step is, of course, step 3, carry out the plan. So dito, yung na-devise natin na plan or yung mga nabuo natin na equation, we are going to solve that. So that, yung sa step 1 natin, yung sa understand the problem natin is, masasagot natin yun siya or makikita natin yung solution on that certain problem. So first, we are going to solve for our S, and we are using our R is equal to 5S. So here, gagamitin natin yung second equation natin to solve for our S, which is R plus 15 is equal to R quantity S plus 15. And we all know that our R is equal to 5s. So we are going to substitute the value of our R, which is 5s, to our R to the second equation. Then we are going to transpose the 3s on the right side to the left side, so that magiging 5s minus 3s na siya is equal to 45 minus 15. Then yung constant naman is itatranspose natin siya sa right side. Then we have 2s is equal to 30. So, ang gagawin natin dito sa 2s is equal to 30. Since yung s lang yung hahanapin natin, we will divide it both side by 2, so that yung matitira na lang is si s and its value, which is s is equal to 15. The next naman na hahanapin natin is to solve for r, or the age of Mr. Ray. Then, we know that the value of our s is equal to 15. And our equation is r is equal to 5s. Then we will substitute the value of our s, which is 15. So that is why r is equal to 5 times 15. And the value of our r is equal to 75. So Mr. Ray is 75 years old and his son is 15 years old. Then the next step of Polya's 4 steps in problem solving is the evaluate the solution. So we are going to evaluate our solution on step 3. We have found that Mr. Ray is 75 years old and his son is 15 years old. To check our solution, we can verify that in 15 years, Mr. Ray's age will indeed be 3 times his son's age at that time. So in 15 years, Mr. Ray will be 75 plus 15 minus 90 years old. And his son will be 15 plus 15 minus 30 years old. 90 is indeed 3 times 30. So our solution is correct.
Here is the problem number 2. In problem number 2, Sarah wants to create a square piece of art for her room. She has a canvas that is in the shape of rectangle, but she wants to cut it into a square. She knows that the area of the square should be 144 square inches. What should be the dimension of the square canvas she should cut from the rectangle canvas? So, from Polya 4 steps in problem solving, first is to understand the problem. So, from the problem, we have Sarah has a rectangular canvas and she wants to cut it into a square. Second is she knows the desired area of the square, which is 144 square inches. In step 2, we have devising a plan or devise a plan. First, start figuring the side length of the square using area is equals to s squared. Next is we need to find the number that, when squared, will be equals to 144. In step 3, will be carry out the plan. So first, we have to solve for s, wherein area is equals to 144 squared inches. So area is equals to s squared. So we substitute the value of area, which is the 144 squared inches. 144 squared inches is equals to s squared. So squaring both sides will be result in 12 inches is equals to s. So therefore, the side length of the square canvas should be 12 inches. So in step 4, we have to evaluate our solution. So we have found that the side length of the square canvas should be 12 inches. So to check our answer, we can calculate the area of the square using this side length. 12 squared equals to 144. So therefore, our answer is correct because it matches the desired area of 144 square inches.
So we have problem number 3. You have a savings goal to buy a new laptop and you currently have 8,000 pesos saved. You want to determine what percentage of your goal you've reached and how much more you need to save to reach your goal of 31,200 pesos. So using Polyas, we have step 1, understand the problem. And under of it, you have 8,000 pesos saved. Your saving goal is to reach 31,200 pesos. And lastly, you want to find out the percentage of your goal you've reached and how much more you need to save. So step number 2, devise a plan. To find the percentage of your goal you've reached, you can use the formula of percentage, which is percentage equals amount saved over total goal times 100%. Then, to find how much more you need to save, subtract the amount you've saved from your total goal. So here's the formula, which is amount needed is equal to total goal minus amount saved. So, step number 3, carry out the plan. So, dito, ikakalculate natin yung percentage na kailangan pang i-reach para makabili ng laptop. So, gagamitin natin yung formula ng percentage, which is amount saved divided by total needed times 100%. So, sa amount saved, we have 8,000 pesos. I-divide natin siya sa kailangan pang pera, which is the 31,200 pesos. Then, multiply it by 100%. So, we have the percentage 25.64%. So, kung kailangan naman i-convert natin siya sa pera, we have the formula of amount needed, which is the total goal minus amount saved. So, we have, sa total goal natin is, we have 31,200 pesos. Ima-minus natin or isa-subtract natin siya doon sa 8,000 pesos. So, kinakailangan pa ng pera na 23,200 pesos para makabili ng laptop. So, kung sa percentage ang pag-uusapan, kinakailangan natin ng 25 or meron tayong 25.64% pa lamang na naipon para makabili ng laptop. And then, kung sa total amount talaga, kung pera ang pag-uusapan, kinakailangan natin ng 23,200 pesos pa para makabili ng laptop. So, sa step number 4, dito is evaluate the solution. So, doon sa step number 3, nakalculate na natin lahat-lahat. So, dito naman sa step number 4, i-evaluate na lang natin yung solution. So, magkukonclude tayo na dito na you have reached approximately 25.64% of your saving goal. Ibig sabihin daw po, yung nasisave pa lang natin in percentage is 25.64%. Then, yung kailangan naman na kailangan nating i-save or you still need to save, kailangan pa natin mag-ipon ng 23,200 more to reach your goal of 31,200 pesos. Ibig sabihin daw po, pag pera ng pinag-uusapan, kinakailangan pa po natin mag-save ng 23,200 pesos almost para ma-reach natin yung goal ng 31,200 pesos para makabili ng laptop.